We are stamping today. We have 3 or more ideas for stamping pages and embellishments for your junk journal. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm here with a few ideas. We are going to be working on our 3 stamping ideas for the July Just Junk Journal Challenge. And I am taking these branding strips, you know them, from the tops of scrapbook pages. And I have a jar of them up here. I just saved them. And I have a little idea that we're going to do today. So I do have out the messy black mat. And I am going to go ahead and put down the little branding strip. Just like this. I'm going to take my metal ruler and line it up on the line. We'll just jump right in, okay? And I'm going to use a tracing wheel. This is an antique or vintage, it's an oldie tracing wheel, and I'm excited to have reasons to use this. So to make a perforated edge, a tracing wheel from your sewing box or your mom's sewing box or your grandma's sewing box. You might have seen them. They're a lot of times in the sewing kits now, they'll be plastic and kind of flat. And so I'm just going to go ahead, go along, put the perforated lines all along. Okay, so you see the perforated lines, and on the other side of these, this was not double-sided, so these are white on the other side. So that is kind of cool. And for the next part, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use my crocodile. Okay, if you have a small hole punch, you can use your small hole punch, but you see on the crocodile, you have the small hole punch on this side and the larger hole punch on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and just wonder if there's a guide here, you guys. There's a guide that you can use. It doesn't, yeah, it's not quite up high enough. Let's try it on this one over here first. Yeah, it's too, leaves too much room. But you can just go along at your perforated edges and punch like half of a hole. Okay, how fun is this? And we are using up branding strips. Hooray, this is one way we'll use them. I have a few different ways since the jar was getting full. I was like, oh, I've got to do something with that. Okay, and so there we go. And so you see, now we look like little tickets. And the next thing, of course, is going to be the stamping, because we said we were stamping. So we can go ahead, and I have pulled off of some of the large stamp sets. I have a little bird, a nest, and some words. So first I'm going to, since the nest is biggest, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have that go across two tickets. Okay, and across 2 tickets. This is just how I'm doing it. And then we've got our little bird. And we're going to have him go in between. I'll go on this one over here. Just random. Little bird. Okay. And then we have our words. So I still haven't found where I put. Okay, so in that space between the bird right there, I'm just going to go ahead and put some words. And then we'll come back this way and add some words. Okay, so that gives me a variety of little stamps, and on this particular one, a variety of colors. And of course, you can stamp several of them at a time if you wanted to do that. And so just going ahead and stamping. You could have several ready. Don't forget your the cool postage. Okay, and then we do have the bird. I still have the words to bring in if we wanted to. Okay, so, and you can bring in words if you want to, but there you go, doing 4 of them at one time. Woohoo! So I think these are really going to be a lot of fun to use. And so that is branding strips. And so next we have a paint chip. And there's several different ways. I thought about doing the same kind of idea with the paint chip. Now I'm going to take my little bird off. Okay, so you can just come in. Okay, so there's those. We'll go ahead and put the bird on here. And try not to move like I did. I moved. Okay. And then we have the words. Well, I've got a piece of one. Here we go. Okay. So what could you use this for? You could use this for the background of tags. You could cut it up and oh my gosh, there's so many ways you could use this. Use it on snippets. But the main thing on this one is we're going to have to let it dry. Okay. So we're going to set that aside. And you'll see you can cut your paint chips in between each of the things, or like right here you could cut it across and have a tag. Cut it right in half and have 2 tags. Okay, so that is stamping on a paint chip, which I think is a lot of fun. So the next thing I have, this is out of a cookbook. It is a really cool modern type cookbook. I will be cutting the edge up here to fit into the journal that I'm making. But let's go ahead. Can go ahead and move some things out of the way here. And yeah, so this is from a cookbook, which I think is kind of fun. And so let's go ahead and we can pull out our wooden stamps. So let's do this page first. So these are our wooden stamps. And I think one of the things I do like to do on pages that have text is use these lined drawing birds or any of the animals and things. I love the line drawings. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on there. There we go, we have our little birds. And then we have our bigger bird. I really do have to figure out where I put my larger stamp pads. Or not stamp pads, stamp blocks. I have up to like 5x7 size somewhere. Okay, if I put this up here, okay. Very cute. Okay, so there. And this is a nice thickness. Look, it didn't go through, which is really kind of cool. Okay, so coming back to our let's go ahead and fold this page in half. Because in the book, in the journal, you can go ahead and fold it in half. And let's go ahead and grab a page from the book. So that we can get an idea of where it should be, where we should cut it. I don't want to mess that up. Okay, so we're going to come down here. We'll cut it right there. So just using the page from the journal or the book that I've gutted and have made my cover out of. Okay, now back to, So you can have all this space for writing, which I thought would be really cool. So I'm going to stamp right over the image of the dinner or lunch or whatever it is here. This is called Cherry Blossom. And I got this at Hobby Lobby during one of their clearance events. There we go. Love it. Okay. And then, so this is stamping right on images from a book. And since we are trying to use trash to treasure in this month's challenge, make sure my bird is on there. Was trying to take advantage of the green. Like it was in the tree. That's what I was trying to do there. Okay, so my theme for my journal is obviously birds. So there I have those two. And then we can come back and we can decorate these pages even a little bit more. So I have this right here. If you have some writing area there, but we can make a pocket right here very, very easily. So are you excited about the just junk? And are you finding good junk? Or are you not finding good junk? And the first mini challenge in the challenge has been posted. So you can check that out and join us in that. If you're here for the premiere, I'm waving hello. And everybody say hello to Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Oh boy, she's still sneezing, but she's feeling much better. She's not hiding anymore, so that's good. Okay, so there we go. We'll have our fun little pocket here. And let's see, what do I have in my box? Maybe a guest check receipt. This is an actual one in my trash, not from my... Okay, there we go. From back in the day when we went to restaurants and stuff. Okay, and then this was my prototype. kind of like the colors in this one better. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll use the whole strip. See if this is dry yet. It's close. I think we'll divide this in half. I think it might be kind of fun to divide it in half. And then use your corner punch. If your envelope punch board is one of the things that you chose, remember that you do have an envelope, an envelope punch board on there. I mean envelope punch board. You do have a corner rounder on your envelope punch board. We are allowed to use any punches that we want to use. So I'm going to use my corner rounder and have this one ready for the next pocket. Or do I want that one? Wow, what are the chances that you would end up with two colors the same, not on purpose? I like that. Okay, so very, very, very cool. So I have another stamping. How cool, we have a page that's sort of ready. We also could go ahead and cut a little tag out of our paint chip and put it in here. I'm not going to do that this time, but I do have a piece of the fabric. Okay, so you can do the same thing on your fabric. Now, StazOn ink is what I would usually use. But I have even used the distress inks on the fabric and have really liked the way it has turned out. Okay. Okay. So you can go ahead and stamp right on your fabric and be able to use that in your paper crafting as well. So that gives you a few ideas for stamping. Which one is your favorite? And I love these tickets. One of my favorite things is to stamp on the fabric, but I love the way these are turning out. So I was gonna see if I could put something up here as my tab. going to go ahead and put that here, and I'll staple it on. Okay, so okay, and I might not use this one here, but for right now we'll go ahead and put that there. And I mean, you could go ahead and add a pocket. There's just so many fun things that you can do with your stamps. I love all of it. So we have our tickets. I added a little more embellishing. Part of one of the blue tickets, I did go ahead and I just brushed distress ink on to the stamped images, and I did make some more little mini tickets and added those to my little page setup here. Added a peacock feather, a stamp. These are just the numbers from one of the tickets that I had from the raffle. And then I did add some stamps, and I added a couple of the circles from the bingo master sheet. And so again, some of that. Here we've got the numbers and a stamp. And on here, when I cut out the stamp, there was privacy envelope behind it. So I just put this down first, then added the stamp on top of it, giving it that layered look and more color. And we added the stamp here, or the stamped tickets here. There is room for a ticket there. I'll have to find one with no words on it. And I love the peacock feather edition. Okay, and then here we went ahead and added some of the distress ink, and there's distress ink around the pages. So I went ahead and made this insert using stamps, and I'll be adding stamps throughout the journal as well, but using the items that we made for this video. Okay, so which one was your favorite? Which one are you going to try? I can't wait to see what you do. Please go ahead and post your 3 stamped ideas, your 3 stamping ideas in the July Just Junk Journal Challenge. There is a post for you to post each of the elements, and I can't wait to see what you make. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Come back and see us tomorrow at 10:30 or at 4 o'clock. We're here every day at 10:30 with a new crafty fun video, and usually it's junk journaling, sometimes another paper craft, and could be happy mail or a shopping haul. So have an amazing day. Thanks for being here. Bye. Bye-bye.